Okay, guys, we are live in 3, 2, 1. And hi, guys, I'm Sonia Lynn here again with my friend, teammate, Danny Deal. He's not going to say his name. You got to talk, Danny. That's
okay.
Part of the interview.
I'm Danny.
He's Danny. And this is for California's Combat Society. And again, you know, I feel it's important as a freelance photographer and a novice journalist to get as much information as possible. Do you need to adjust?
Nope.
You're good. As I can from people that are local and people that are far away. I'm just getting all kinds of information, and Danny's agreed to do this interview here. So Danny, let's start off with, tell me your role here first. Tell me what is it that you do here at EDH?
I run the Pee-wees program. That's ages 4 to 6. I run the kids program, which is 7 to 10. And then I help Aaron with his juniors program, and I teach several adult classes, and I'm a pretty active athlete at this gym as well.
Okay, so yes, we're at Dorado Hills Brazilian Jiu-jitsu in the business park in Dorado Hills, California. And that's a lot. And this guy right here, so are you considered an instructor?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I'm a full-time instructor.
Full-time instructor. And he is a purple belt, a very good purple belt.
Thank you.
Yes. So he has a lot of responsibility for a purple belt and committed to this school. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Like, a lot of times I ask these questions and I'm thinking I should have elaborated here. I should have elaborated. So let me just pause for a minute and see if there's something I want to elaborate on. That's a lot of responsibility. Oh, okay. I think when I started, you were a blue belt when I started.
Yeah.
But you've been with EDH a heck of a long time.
Yes.
Were you a junior here?
No, I started training here when I was 22 years old.
22. Okay. Okay. 22 years old. And when I started, I won't tell you how old I was. But Danny was a blue belt, and he wasn't were you full-time instructor then? You were in transition, right?
I think yeah, I think when we met, I was like,
at the dojo, because I actually met him somewhere else.
That's right. Yeah, that's
okay.
Right. I think I was transitioning into being a full-time instructor. So I was like part-time instructor.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now that you know a little bit more about Danny, we're going to jump right into the questions here. So let's go with number 1. What values do you try to pass on to the kids and the Pee-wee students at EDH BJJ? The Pee-wees are what? 4
to 6.
4 to 6 years old. That's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a minute to think, and if you need me to rephrase it or ask it again, I can.
So to the kids and Pee-wees?
Yeah.
When they first come in the Pee-wees class, we want them to learn how to focus, how to hustle, how to have a good attitude, how to like be kind to their teammates and make friends. And then the kids class is kind of an extension of that. Same values, higher expectation. Kindness
and focus. Kindness, focus.
Having like a champion's attitude. Working hard.
Okay.
Learning how to hustle, give it your best.
So yeah, that's kind of big for some child that's never even done any kind of martial arts at all in their life, and they come in here and they're taught to do all these things. So it's a very good value system to have. I think some of these kids don't even get that at home, right? They're like, the parents want them to focus at home, but they don't really get it. So they kind of learn how to focus and learn how to be kind towards each other here. And that's really cool. I like that. How do you recognize when a student, especially a child, is showing heart on the mats?
Showing heart on the mat.
Yeah. Should you define what you think heart is? I mean, there's different levels of heart. I think, obviously.
In this context, it's like perseverance.
Perseverance.
Kind of,
yeah.
Right? Is that
yeah.
kind of what you mean?
Well, like, what do you think? Okay, let's reread it. How do you recognize when a student, especially a child, is showing heart on the mats? So, like, I guess you would have to define what you think heart is first. Because if you're just looking at it, you're like, that kid's hella, he's really throwing his whole body in there, well, what is that? So,
I mean, I guess I can kind of look at it two ways. Like, in one way, I think kids show heart when they like help new students. Or, like,
okay.
Help them learn, help them feel comfortable, help just like become friends with them. I think that's like one way for the kids to show heart on the mat. And then another way is like that perseverance, like when it's like a hard practice and like they just like they don't give up. They don't like say like halfway through a round, can I go use the bathroom?
Yeah.
They make it through those like hard moments and push through.
Speaking of that, we have an in-house tournament coming up. We call it the Ruckuses here, in-house Ruckus. That's in October coming up. And you're talking about the heart and the resilience, right? The perseverance. Just come and watch some of the children at our tournaments. I am amazed at how much perseverance they are and determined. Like it's almost as good as the adults. Like they don't have that whole atmosphere of the adult pressure that they have. Their children pressure, but then they're still children. They're like child, they have that innocence about them. So I mean, it's fun to watch them do jiu-jitsu at a tournament.
Yeah, they always compete really hard. It's cool.
They do. They really do. Okay, so that's great. How do you keep your classes engaging while still discipline and grit, instilling discipline and grit? Let me rephrase that. So let me reread it. How do you keep your classes engaging while still instilling discipline and grit?
Just keeping a good...
Not being the bad guy, Danny. How do you keep it engaging?
Just keeping like
That's gotta be hard.
Yeah, just keeping like a good pace of the class, keeping it fun. Throwing some games in there, keeping like a high-paced class that keeps them engaged, but also like making sure they understand that like when I slow it down and talk that they need to like sit up and focus and listen to what I have to say.
I've helped in the Pee Wee and in the kids class with Danny, and one of the things I noticed that this school does especially is you don't draw attention to the discipline as much. You correct it, and it's like just that one moment they just kind of like humble themselves. Some of them continuously try to test the waters, but that's a focus thing. But usually if it's something like, going too hard or like choking someone when they shouldn't or not, or just acting crazy, sometimes they do when you discipline them. And discipline, let's talk about that for a minute with the children, because we don't want to act like we're mean to the kids here. Discipline means like, hey, you're not focused, you're not paying attention. Maybe you offer suggestions. I've heard like maybe you should try to listen to what I'm saying instead of talking. Or how do you discipline? Set them out?
I mean, I feel like my job is to like help them get stronger. And so if they're doing something that's like not going to help them get stronger, it's my job to like call them out. And if they can't like focus enough to get stronger by doing the activity we're doing in class, then I'll give them an alternative activity. Like sometimes it's squats. Like, hey, if you can't like focus enough to do jiu-jitsu, you're still going to get stronger. You're going to have strong legs. Go do some squats. Yeah,
and some of them hate doing squats, but then some of them like, I'll do squats. I'll show Coach Danny.
It's not about getting in trouble and disciplining. It's just like for the hour that they're here, they're going to get stronger.
Yeah, and maintain focus. They have to maintain focus. Now this is a parenting question, and like I said, if you don't want any, I don't know if you're single, but you are a single parent. Yeah. And we love your daughter here. She also trains here. As a single parent, how do you balance coaching, training, and fatherhood?
It's pretty hard, honestly. I just make sure that the time that I have with my daughter, when we're not here, I try to just be as present as I can and spend quality time with her, because we're here a lot. I'm here training a lot. I'm here teaching a lot.
And she sees you interacting with other children.
Yeah, luckily she likes it here. She has friends here. She likes doing jiu-jitsu, so that's really cool.
Yeah, that helps.
I definitely have a different hat on when I'm here than if I'm at home with her. Kind of a different person, going from a coach to just a fun dad at home.
Yeah, that can be hard to balance out, but I'm glad to hear that. We know Dita's not being focused all the time. Dita can act crazy. Yeah. She's allowed to play video games, but she has boundaries. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, Danny. You compete in both the IBJJF and you have done USA grappling events. How do you balance competing, coaching, and how do those experiences inform each other, which I don't really understand what that means, inform, but how does that affect you?
How does competing affect me?
Yeah, how do you balance competing and coaching? Is it one and the same?
No.
Okay. We're talking about probably adult coaching.
Yeah, it's easy to, on one hand, to say that coaching can take away from competition prep. Oh. But it's definitely the easiest job to have and also get ready for tournaments, because I'm already here. So it's just,
you're already soaking in the knowledge.
It just, it's easy to be on the mat all day teaching and it feel like you got your training in because you've been here, but it's kind of my responsibility to make sure I put in those hours of hard work to get ready for stuff as well. Yeah,
so you have to actually discipline and kind of schedule out your different types of training to get prepared.
My personal training. Yeah. It's just having
extra.
It's just having any other job though. People, all competitors in jiu-jitsu usually have some kind of other work that they do, and you have to balance your training around that.
Yeah, so that's kind of I see. Yeah. Does it ever get draining where you're I've just had enough of training right now, and I is it ever too much because you are here so much to where you just need to take a day off? Hey guys, I need to take a day off, focus on myself.
Sometimes
you feel that.
Yeah, not very often. I really enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely.
So it makes it really easy to not get burnt out. But just like anything else, everyone needs a break after a while, I think.
And anything they love doing.
Prep, for a big tournament, you have this big build up, the event, and then afterwards it's nice to relax for a day.
Oh my gosh. And for you, not just, since you mentioned tournaments and we're talking about tournaments, if Danny goes and actually, if he's got a list of kids that compete, at Jiu-Jitsu World League or the IBJJF, not so much, I guess the local IBJJF, sometimes you have some kids that go out to that, but any chance.
We've had some do some big ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime he has an opportunity, he's there and they go first. So I've seen Danny at tournaments coaching children and then working the table and then competing himself. Yep. And then I've seen Danny just running, just getting there off the plane, can't find nobody, and then going and competing. So yeah, that's a lot of heart there, Danny Dill. Oh my gosh, I don't know where he drinks a lot of coffee. He's like me. We drink a lot of coffee. Okay, so what are some lessons from your own training that you now try to pass on to others? That's a can of worms right there. There's a whole bunch, I bet.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is just like focusing on my own improvement, not focusing on so much like winning and losing, just like getting better,
figuring out what needs improving.
Yeah, understanding positions, understanding jiu-jitsu, getting just improving. When I was like newer, when I was like a blue belt and stuff, I didn't care as much about that. I just like wanted to win all the time so badly, and I think it held back my growth a little bit. Once I like learned to let that go a little bit, I think I started progressing a lot faster.
That's good to know. I think a lot of us have that eager, ambitious, newbie, monster white belt mentality, and then it carries on to blue belt because now you've learned all these cool skills.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's get it on. And then it's like, yeah. So yeah, I find that here lately in the class, I'm like, what? It takes forever, though, sometimes for you to have that realization of like, what am I actually doing wrong? How can I actually improve? So it is a very humbling experience to like realize that and start implementing it in your practices. So that's cool. That's really cool. And then the fact that you don't have all that peer pressure or like hand off that peer pressure to others. Because you're being a positive influence, right? You don't go around saying, hey, you need to win every match. You're like, hey, we need to figure out what we can do to improve. Yeah. And that's important. That's cool. What is one moment as a coach that really affirmed your path in martial arts?
As a coach?
Mm-hmm.
Moment in my coaching career.
Danny, in his defense, did not see any of these questions, so I'm giving him plenty of time to think.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
It's hard to think of like one moment.
Just something that really affirmed your path.
Honestly, like coaching the kids at tournaments always like really
solidified.
It just like really resets my excitement for coaching and for martial arts.
Yeah.
Those events are really fun. It's cool to see the build up of like everyone working really hard for the event, and then to see them like go and like test their skills.
And that's rewarding.
Yeah, I really enjoy
and
that.
It kind of like, hey, this is what martial arts is as well. When I can actually teach a child who knows nothing, really has no outside influence. Like adults, we influence each other. We go to MMA events, we watch UFC, stuff like that. And then we get influenced by media. Children, they're just being taught the raw deal. And then, yeah, I could see that. That is a good, fun. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. What does the EDH BJJ community mean to you?
Oh, I love it here. This actually isn't the first place I trained, but
shocking. We are in California where there's abundant jiu-jitsu schools, but
man, yeah, like when I came here, I immediately really liked the culture. Really,
the culture. Explain that to me a little bit. We talk about a lot of jiu-jitsu peeps. I hear that a lot. Oh, because 10th Planet culture is different than other cultures. And what do you mean the culture?
I mean, the culture at this gym is just very welcoming, very friendly. Everybody has like a team spirit to help each other get stronger. Getting stronger together is on the banner. It's kind of like a mantra of the gym.
Like our motto, pretty much. Yeah.
So having that kind of community when I came here was cool. I clicked with the coaches instantly.
Are other places not as culturally bonded like as that?
No, there's great cultures at all kinds of gyms.
Right.
But for me at like that time of my life when I came here, it was just a really good fit for me.
I say the same. I agree with you. It's good to mosh with a group of adults and and support each other. We need more of that. What's the one thing that surprises people about teaching BJJ to kids? What surprises them?
Are we talking about like outsiders looking in, or people?
Yeah,
that come
I think. Well, just in general, like, what's like the one thing that people are like? I can personally say I'm surprised at their resilience. Like you were talking about how resilient they are. But as far as teaching kids, like, you know, how receptive they are to what you're teaching, or how
yeah, I mean, they get really good.
That's surprising, right? How do they get really good quickly?
Every kid's different.
Is that why you limit, or do we limit what we teach the kids here? I mean, I know that we teach them.
I teach them to be like, when it comes to technique, to be successful in the sport, because there's a lot of techniques that adults can do that kids can't. So it doesn't really make sense to teach them those techniques. It's kind of and they're not allowed to do them because it's a safety
thing. So that is one thing that we really try to instill here is, I think it's the rear naked choke.
That's fine. Kids can't do like guillotines and
or like when we do teach them these tap out moves, we teach them what? Don't do them anywhere else.
Oh yeah, with chokes. Yeah,
chokes.
With chokes, with chokes, they can't practice chokes anywhere except for in class and at tournaments.
I'll be a witness. Yeah. We've had children that have been at this dojo outside of here, like at the schools and stuff, and I've like caught a few, and I'm like, hey, what did the coach Danny tell you? And their eyes just got really big, and they're like, and then they let go. So yeah, it's a community thing. It's a community thing. There's a lot of people here that come to this dojo that their children are in the local schools and everything, and we kind of like watch out for each other. I feel.
Yeah, it's a cool community.
Yeah. Okay. What keeps you coming back to the mats day after day? What motivates you, Danny?
I just really like doing jiu-jitsu. It's like super simple. It's just my favorite thing to do.
What did you do before that?
Before jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Did you like any other sport? Like I mean,
I liked boxing for a long time. And as a kid, I played basketball. Those are like.
So you're semi-athletic growing up.
Not really. I tried really hard. I wouldn't say I wasn't very athletic, but I definitely like tried hard.
Yeah. And now that you're in jiu-jitsu, you're going to the gym, right?
Yeah, I like lifting. I started lifting because of jiu-jitsu, and growing up I never could get into it. I was like a really skinny kid. I never enjoyed it at all, and now I enjoy it.
You're not that skinny anymore. You've actually gotten bigger. So jiu-jitsu helps you get bigger and stronger, especially if you do it as much as Danny. I feel like we've rushed through these. We're almost done. I actually wrote this one down to be the question before that one. So this is kind of like our an Elliot Kelly question, but it's pertaining to you. You've trained and continue to train under Elliot Kelly, who's our lead instructor. Is that what you call him? Or head coach?
Yeah.
And you've trained with Aaron. Let's not leave out Aaron. I feel like I'm always I want to talk about Aaron too, because you've had relationships and rapport with both of them.
Yeah.
And they do contribute a lot. Well, how has Elliot's mentorship and Aaron's mentorship shaped your approach to both competing and coaching?
Man, they've both helped me a ton. They have like very different coaching styles,
Let's talk about that.
And the like combination of them like helping me get better has just like been really great for me. Yeah.
And they both balance each other out.
Kind of, yeah.
You get, if one's lacking somewhere, the other one picks up somewhere else, but they're just different.
I mean, there's some stuff that's like you got to figure out for yourself and maybe just need a little bit of guidance. And Elliot's really good at that. He's like really good at teaching you how to kind of learn on your own.
Think for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then sometimes I just need to like be told what to do. And Aaron is like really good at like giving you like, hey, try this.
Hard
it's just
and
it's just like an answer. And and like sometimes I need both of those things. So
get you over the hump.
Yeah, having both those guys has been a huge blessing for me.
But you are also a coach yourself, so you're developing your own style of coaching. And so that's amazing to see and watch it grow. Because when I first saw you, we were helping each other in the Pee-wee. Well, I was that mat mom.
Yeah.
And we were, but it was fun. I loved it. And I could tell you have gotten a lot better in just your coaching. Like you seem more relaxed, you know, and even with the adults, you know, I feel like, I don't know, there's opinions about purple belts coaching classes and all that and stuff. And there's those opinions. But to me, because Stephen and I were talking about the belt system, how we're checkered belts now. Where I even thought about, we just don't need belts. We just need Velcro to keep our keys closed. But to me, I don't care. Like if you're not wearing a purple belt, or if I didn't know that you were a purple belt, I would not even know your level of what society claims statistically is at, you know what I mean? I would not have gauged you at that level, you know, because I see your endurance. I see your willingness. I see you tired as heck. I see you annoyed sometimes, but you're always here and you're always forthcoming and you always do what you're supposed to do. And I just like that. And I love that. And I feel like, you know, it's good for this school and it's good for your teammates, you know. That's another thing, like I've been really trying to balance out. Like here, we get to train with our coaches. And not a lot of places have that in BJJ. You know, our coaches are young enough and willing to actually grapple with us. And that's amazing. Do you find that in any other schools, really?
Honestly, I've never trained anywhere where it's not like that. Everywhere really? I've ever trained, the coaches train.
I've been to some Brazilians gyms and they don't really, like they have like their one or two, you know, and then that's it, you know. But I'm talking about our coaches compete as well. That's pretty awesome. Like I'm from a school where my coach was, when I started, I was 17. He was already in his 40s, you know, and his doctor said he couldn't kick. If he kicked, he was going to crack a hip. So it's like, I had a lot of good teammates to train with, but, and so I guess that's why I'm so elated here is like, you get to grapple, you get to train with your coach. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I think it's probably pretty common in jiu-jitsu.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think most coaches will continue to train.
That's nice. I think I saw Gordon Ryan, is it Gordon Ryan, right? He did a podcast with Joe Rogan and they were talking about how he hasn't competed because of stomach issues or something. And he was talking about the level of intensity of the sport of jiu-jitsu that allows people to compete like Gordon Ryan level, even after the age of 40, because it's not as explosive as like kickboxing or boxing, to where you're tearing your body up slowly. You're aging your body slowly.
I think I was
like, that's a plus for us master 4 and 5s. you
Well,
know?
I think that's the advantage jiu-jitsu has, is that there's masters
Yeah.
divisions for every like 10 years or whatever, it
Yeah.
5-10 years. So you can always compete with someone around your age, weight, belt level.
I wanted to ask you, because we kind of we did know a lot of IBJJFs and stuff, but you did the USA grappling and you went overseas. How was that experience? You went with Elliot, right?
Yeah.
But were you like, kind of, it was on your own, that huge experience.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they have like a gi team anymore.
Really?
I made their gi team. Now I think they're only doing no gi.
Wow. So the rules change.
Yeah, I think I would still try out for the team again if I'm like.
Or if you would travel internationally.
Yeah.
Would you do it for? Yeah, I was thinking
really
about hitting up one of those IBJJFs in Italy, or that saying, the Native American saying, you don't know a man until you've walked a mile in his moccasins. Have you heard that? No. There's several different sayings like that, but maybe there was just some Native guy. Danny and I like Native American stuff, but this Native told me that once. But it's true, though. I mean, if you really want to experience things, so you've experienced overseas competition, that's kind of neat. And you kind of understand, the dynamic of it a little bit better.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, Danny, I think that's the end of the questions. I just wanted to, did I even let you answer how that affected you going overseas, or did I just run through it like I run through them all?
I mean,
you're good.
How it affected me,
or how did it enhance you, or the experience just in general, based on, compared to like your regular IBJJFs?
Well, the rules are very different from IBJJF, so it was fun to do that kind of rule set, and the type of athletes that are there are a little bit different. I had a match against like a really good judo guy, and so getting that kind of feel was cool. I mean, I definitely got a lot better from that
doing
experience.
that whole experience. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me? Nope. He's nope. I'm not gonna pull it out of him either. I talk a lot, and Danny knows this. So, well, I appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate all the things you helped me with. And oh my gosh, I was nervous going into this, guys, because this guy, he will tell you no, and he will tell you when you're wrong or when he does not agree with something. So I'm so glad we did not disagree at all on camera for this interview, because when he does
there's still time. We could argue.
When he does it, it's just like I just shut down. I'm like,
no,
I need to focus, or
it's always from a good place.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So if Danny ever corrects you and says, I don't agree, or I'm sure you've heard him say that, I disagree, he's got an explanation, and he'll give you his side.